as I was about to write, but anyway, you see, that's my old battery. I've driven 3 miles up some hills. The question is, should I have left the bonnet closed to use the engine heat to warm it a bit more? Actually, nope, fair dinkum. Because literally every second of battery counts. Anyway, that's not why I put this on. Why did I put this on? Oh yes. No, where's my pan? Where's my pan? Where's my pan? Where's my pan? Now, you see, this is what mutual... Oh, there it is. Mutual benefit means. So, there's somewhere that's actually got quite a good... Well, half the time there's nothing... No, most of the time. But anyway, so I took one of those for me. And there's a couple of slightly poor ones who maybe I shall liaise with today. And I've always got to do 2 things at the same time. I'm going to fix my sandals. I'm going to do them. And this is the not drinking water. So what you do here, you see, yeah, but this is what they've done. So many operations for mutual benefit. I was talking to the wonderful one yesterday, and that's my souvenir. Oh, if only she didn't have a common name. That weekend in Dusseldorf with Jeanette Marks, who couldn't speak a word of English. You see, they're fucking toe rag Farage. Never told anybody. The Germans. Berserk. I don't need any of it, but, well, I wouldn't mind a bit now and again. But in... Don't tell anybody. There. Oh. Anyway, so that's... I'd forgotten which town she was in, just in case. Anyway, so this is what environmentalism is. I'd forgotten I have this shirt. You must not look totally hippie when out and about on manoeuvres. So what I'm going to do, I have to put the camera down now. So having wetted that, I'm going to put it on a hanger, and the creases will drop out of it. Is that what it's all about? Yeah. You know, you've got to look you can't look like a complete and utter fucking, like you've just come back from the disgusting Glastonbury. Or, anyway, yeah, oh yeah, eternal youth. Living your life such that sometimes, now and again, I have weeks and weeks, months of nothing, even though there could be something, but having revved up four who, over the last year, have indicated they want to do something. Now, there is a pile of money that I could never get my hands on. I don't want it. But it would be available for a cause. So, I've revved a couple of them up. 3 of them, really. You set something up. I'll keep an eye on it. And medium term, that money could be got to, there's a very important the what do you call them? I never remember. There's no point remembering. But housing associations, they spray. So I know somebody who objects to it, and she said something to a spray man a year ago, and within a day she got a letter, or within 48 hours she got a letter saying, you harassed that man because somebody in his family, I think it was may have been his wife, had died the week before, so he was feeling all terrible, and you were being, you were quizzing him on whether or not he should be using this glyphosate near the houses where people have dogs. And anyway, so she needs revving up, but forget about her. She's kind of her own little island. Yeah, there's like a few. So the meaning of life, or rather the key, is like literally anything could happen. 5, yeah, actually, the filmmaker. Anything could happen. I have no idea from 1 minute to the next, but there could be 5 significant replies or whatever, and I might end up there. I have no idea. I don't really want to go anywhere, but it's just like anything can happen. And not knowing, you have to accept the new Siddharthan Zen modality is that it's impossible to know if anybody means what they say. That's quite good, that. The new Siddharthan Zen modality, that's actually NSZM. NSZM. Yeah, that'll sound good in a fucking £1,500 a weekend retreat. It's like you have to operate as if any of them might go, yeah, why not? Having done a lot of speaking that they want to be Buddha seers. And you cannot predict. It is impossible, totally impossible to predict who may just follow through with anything. Even when you've just shoved in 1, 2, 3, you've shoved into 3 of their inboxes. Listen, if this were got right, if this were got right, and me, I don't want any control. Okay, I got to leave Britain. I probably never will. But you will have the power to be part of an official charitable organisation, or whatever trust needs is the minimum that Mr. Money will require. You can set it up in accordance with Mr. Money's actual requirement, and there you have it. You have a very well funded organisation, and it's got to be about every flower matters, because the bees are, it takes about 2 or 3 years before the numbers will come through, but almost certainly the bees. And the reason the bees, because this woman I was listening to, she was quite good, I have to say, day before yesterday. The reason why the bees are in such trouble is because when it gets to 40 degrees or thereabouts, or 35, they start to not be able to fly. They burn up inside. Or I should say, long distances. So they have to be able to find a flower they starve to death, because they have to be able to find a flower, say every, I don't know, 50 meters or 25 meters. So unless they've got plenty of flowers spread around, and this council are quite naughty, they do quite a lot of birch cutting, but anyway, they just die of starvation. And but it took them 3 years to come through with the numbers from 2022. So it'll take them 2 or 3 years, probably minimum, to get off their lazy fucking arses and tell everybody, hey, in summer 2026, a return to 1976. Like, 60% of the bees died off. So, yeah, the end.